Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are going to take a look at the Lords of the Mortal Realms Warhammer preview online. Yes, I know it is a little bit late, and I will be honest, I don't think we're going to get a Monday ramble today, but we will do a Tuesday ramble, because there are previews to look at. We'll see how it goes. I've been on extra childcare duty, and as such, recording has been a little bit tricky. Plus, in the downtime, I've been kind of working on my own particular brand of weird nightmare. Totally lifted from Dark Souls, by the way, as you can tell. Anyway, let's have a look at what we have from the Lords of the Mortal Realms preview. I didn't even get to check this out live. That's how non-viable Saturday was for me as a day. I'm really looking forward to this. I've seen a few things here and there, but not everything, so some of this will be going in blind, which is actually, to be honest, quite a nice way to do these. Here we go. Cursed City. Cursed City. You know what? I might shunt this around in editing and put this at the start. Because I have a feeling that this is going to be the thing that excites me the most. Just putting it out there. You know what? I'm going to do it. I might even leave this bit in explaining what I've done. We've got to take a look at this. Let's have a glance. So, Warhammer Quest is a cooperative game that sees you and your friends take to the streets of the Cursed City to fight the hordes of the undead. We know this. We know this by this point. We just got to look at the models. I've just got to go straight down. Okay, full contents. Full contents. Look at it. It's a lot. There's a lot of miniatures. There's a lot of models in there. So, just at a glance, I've no doubt this will list it fully. Probably further down the page, I would guess. But just at a glance, there's a lot. There's a lot going on there. Ooh. I can see a couple of objective markers as well. A couple of like gallows situations going on. A couple of birds. Birds on stone. That was the unsuccessful follow-on to that. What is it? Girls on Film. I forget the name of the song. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. That's a terrible joke. Let's just move on, shall we? So, you can choose from 8 heroes to defeat the undead curse, including a disgraced vampire hunter, a vengeful elf, and a corpse-eating ogre. Absolutely solid. That's a cool model. Tiny hint of Karen going on with the haircut. Not sure about the hair, but I really like the armour. Yeah, that's some nicely done armour, actually. It feels very functional. Feels quite plain, quite utilitarian, but then you've got the cloak with the big old, I'm assuming, griffin's head over one shoulder, which is a nice touch. Yeah, nice kind of mix of relatively plain, but with that little bit of personalisation. That's a cool model. I like that. We've already seen the Vampire Hunter. Absolutely solid. Love him. Just love him. Look at the hat. So good. Okay, so we've got a Caradron lad as well. Oh, he's got no helmet. That's... Usually, I'm trying to think of another Caradron Overlord's model that doesn't have a helmet. He's still got the beard, still got the metal beard, which seems to be attached to some sort of rebreather, which is kind of cool. But I can't think of another one that has no helmet on. The harpoon gun is awesome. Nice, simple axe going on there as well. Oh, I'd love to know what is that just like a pressure pack for firing the harpoon gun? What is that? I'm sure we'll find out with a bit of background reading at some point, but yeah, that's a cool model. I like him. He's quality. We've also got the elf, as we've already seen. Oh, that is a fancy lad. Look at that. Look at that moustache. Absolutely glorious. Look at it. Good pose. Good attitude, actually. That to me comes across as someone with no small amount of arrogance when it comes to their own ability. There's a lot of swagger in that model, which I think it can be a bit tricky to kind of display that sort of thing in just like a static miniature, but just immediately the way he's walking and holding the gun, it just looks like he is too good to be there. I really like that. That is a cool model. I like the difference in armour between that and this one as well. Yeah, like... Yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, it's good. It's good! It's good. Okay, well, Jesus Christ, mate, what the hell? That is creepy as anything. What is with the what is with the massive long bit? I mean, clearly, so some sort of wizard, probably another necromancer. Look at the state of the beard. What is with the beards around here? What's going on? That is a creepy mask. Oh, that is grim. That's grim. I like it, but it's grim. Now that's weird. Okay, that is a weird looking. Is that a collar? What is that sticking out of the back? It's obviously some Sigmar action going on there, but that's weird headdress, weird collary thing. Again, it's cool, but just odd. Ah, this would be the ogre then. I mean, he looks big, he looks angry, he's got some sort of like hook fist weapon going on, a massive maul. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong there. Absolutely can't go wrong. Looks solid. Proper ugly moaf as well. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. I like that. Pretty solid. I mean, yeah, the heroes all look decent. There isn't one of these I don't like. I keep going back to that though. That's I don't know why, but that's really grabbed me. That's a really good model. Yeah, I like that a lot. That guy's creepy as anything. What the hell? So they'll need all their skills and cunning. I'm sure we get names somewhere. They'll need all their skills and cunning if they're to save Ulf and Khan, for the city is at the mercy of unspeakable horrors, from bat swarms and corpse rats to Deadwalker Zombies, Ulfen Watch, and Korsagi Night Guard. Okay, so we've got some bats. That is a feckin' big bat, isn't it? Jesus. Oh. Nice, like them. Oh, the rats are grim. Why have they got no skin on their face? Give them skin. It's terrible. I don't want to be anywhere near that way. Ugh. Yeah. I don't really like rats anyway, but that's worse. Worse than a standard rat. I'm aware that rats make good pets. I recognise this. Doesn't make me want to go anywhere near them still. Same thing as snakes. There's plenty of people with pet snakes. That doesn't make me like snakes. Or spiders, for that matter. Okay. Oh, like undead ogres. That's cool. That's fun. Yeah, I like that. God, look at the size of it. Like, compared to the size of the rat. And the rats are pretty big. I really like the axes. The way the damage has been done to them, like the metal's been like almost chewed away. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Got the Ulfen Watch as well, by the look of things. Oh, the face over the helmet's a nice touch. Yeah, these still look really solid. Really liked these the first time we saw them, still do now. Good number of them as well, so there's 10 of those in total by the look of it. Yeah, you got the banner bearer, you got the guy with the thingy. A couple of repeat poses, but they still look decent. Yeah, I like those. These will be the Deadwalker Zombies. Okay, alright. Have they all got that? Okay. Now, okay, this is interesting because there are bits of these that I really, really like. And there are bits I'm not sure about. So, the first thing is the last in the middle there. One of the first things I noticed there was that stake through the chest, which I'm assuming, I think by the look of things, it almost looks like the tombstone. Yeah, it almost looks like the tombstone is part of the stake, kind of like, because if you look at so if you look at the ones with the sign, there's a guy with a kind of the skull and the candles, the little. I mean, I guess it's also technically kind of a tombstone, but different. Clearly, the stake that's going all the way through the coffin and through the chest, I'm assuming to keep them down, because this place is an absolute nightmare and people just get up and walk out of their graves and start chewing on other people. I'm assuming the stakes are to keep them down. Same thing with the guy who's been hung there. It looks like the stake has been put all the way through. He's had 2 stakes put through because 3 stakes put through. Nice, because he's just that much of an absolute horror show. Also, he's got locks on his coffin lid. That's a really nice detail. That is a super nice detail. I like that a lot. So the guy who's been like killed for a crime. Not only has he been staked, he's been staked 3 times, and the coffin lid was locked. That's a nice touch. That's a really nice kind of differentiating touch from the others. The ones that were, either just normal people who were buried. In the case of the one with the fancy tombstone, I'm guessing that was an aristocrat of some kind. Like, judging by the dress and the style of the tombstone with that little kind of expensive looking charm on it. Actually, there's a lot of personality in these. There's a lot of it's like clues to the person that these zombies used to be, which I really like. But yeah, so it looks like the stakes do double purpose. They are supposed to keep the zombies in the floor, which they clearly have not managed, and they also like the tombstone or the grave marker is part of the stake itself. I like that idea a lot. My main problem is that by the look of things, yeah, they all have like the coffin lid to some extent. They've all got a bit of earth. They've all got like a little tree. I think the details on their backs are too similar. I like the idea of it, and I think that having it on a few of them, like maybe even half, but I think only having it on half drives it home more than all of them having it, if that makes sense. This is one of those cases where I don't think having the repeated sculpts has worked as well, because you get the idea from looking at 1 or 2. It doesn't need to be hammered home that significantly. I think this is one of those instances where like less is more. You can get the story. You could get the story of what this is from like one instance of the guy who's been hanged. Hanged? I said hung before. You know what I mean. The lad who's been forcibly carked it. That guy. You could get it from the one who's got the kind of almost signpost style grave marker, and you could get it from one of the ones who's actually got a gravestone as part of their stake. I don't think it needs to be on all of them, and there are other details on these that I think them being on all of them kind of takes away from. So you've got the roots growing through them, which is a really, really nice touch. I like that a lot. The guy that's got the roots coming out of the eye sockets and the mouth, that's horrific. That's horrible. It's awesome. It looks great. The one, yeah, you can see it. They've got roots growing out of their bodies, but they're still shambling around. I think I would have preferred if only a few of them had those grave marker details. I think it would have had more of an impact that way. Overall, though, I really do like them, and that is one of those things where I can see myself doing a bit of trimming, a little bit of cutting down, maybe taking things like trying to take things like some of the coffin lid bits off, maybe just trimming down the amount of stuff on their backs, still have a bit of coffin lid, but maybe take off a couple of tombstones just to make them a little bit more varied. But it's a really cool idea. I really like the concept of it, but just feel like maybe less is more in this situation. But overall, I'm still really liking those. Okay, worse than all of these are the mass of the cursed city, Radukar the wolf and those closest to him. It's not going to be easy to save Ulfenkhan from vampire lords, crazed scientists, and dark, twisted gravekeepers. First of all, is that a vampire ogre? Because it looks like it. That's what it looks like. It's just quality. So that's the guy's silhouette we saw. The 2 massive wolf heads are excessive, but I mean, it lends him a certain air, that's for sure. Yeah, that guy looks solid. He looks solid. What the hell? Okay, yeah, we've got Cocaine Gandalf. As he was dubbed on the last video. Still looks good. The Master of the Orphan Watch, whose name I forget, but that is still such a good model. It is so good. That is an absolute nightmare. Good lord. Oh, wow. What the hell? That is creepy. Oh, it's got like the wing, like the wings are sort of coming out, but they're not fully there yet. But like at the top of the shoulders and going down the back, and oh, that's pretty horrific actually. That's pretty nightmarish. I like that. Oh, look at it. Ugh. Ugh. It works so well next to this guy as well. Freak friends there. Yeah, that's still such a good sculpt. That's such a good model. It's so nice. Yeah, I love him. Also, do not love him. It's creepy as anything. That guy's still amazing. Yeah, so more of the like the feral vampire style. That's a really cool pose, though. I really like that kind of half armor on one side, like the stylized neck protection, like almost like a wing. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, these are pretty solid as well. I like those a lot. Oh, they all look good. They all look good. They all look good. But that might be the new favourite. That's horrendous. Oh, solid. Okay, along with these incredible models, the new box set features boards, objective markers, rules, and all of the tokens and dice that you need to play. So you've got 8 heroes, 42 hostiles, 10 objective markers. So that's, I mean, there's a decent number of models in the box. There's 50 models, not including the objective markers. That's pretty solid. I'd hope it'd be the same cost as Blackstone Fortress, but I suspect it'll be more than that. I wouldn't be shocked if this was like 120 quid. Blackstone Fortress is 95. I have a feeling that this is going to be a bit more expensive. Alongside that is the Cursed City novel by C.L. Warner. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce your name. Within its pages, you'll find the inspiration to take on the murderous and dead that plague the streets of Ulfenkarn, as well as a unique hero card to help in your quest. A unique hero card. Oh, interesting. So there's a hero in the book. There's a different hero in the book that you can have. That's cool. I actually quite like that. It's not taking anything away from the main box. You've still got the 8 heroes that are going to come with it. But if you get the book, there's another hero you can grab. I quite like that. That's fine. Chances are I'll be getting the book anyway, because I want anything and all knowledge to do with this thing. So yeah. So let's take a look. Let's see what we've got. There's Adam and Eddie looking fancy as always. So, the light of the Luminath gets brighter. Last year, a new faction came to the Mortal Realms with giant celestial beasts, hollow suits of armour, and living mountains. A new unit of cavalry is already in the pouch for 2021. You get it? It's because they look like kangaroos. But did you think that the Luminath Realm Lords were done? Teclis is laughing in Elvish. What does that sound like? I'm assuming it sounds smug and a bit kind of arrogant. So, we have the Venari Blade Lords. Vanari? Probably Venari, right? These actually look okay. I do quite like these. Feels like the helmets have got some nice classic kind of high elf look to them without being too massively excessive. There's no cows sticking out of them, so that's a plus for me personally. The back banners, I mean, you can't complain about a back banner, surely. Back banner is classic. I actually was never all that keen on a back banner, but I do still appreciate it. It's one of those things where it might not be to my personal taste, but I totally get it. It's a look, and a strong look at that. The swords, I actually really like. They are a little bit fancy, but not completely overblown. In fact, to be honest, I think you could apply that to these models as a whole. They are fancy. They do look a bit swish, a little bit posh, as you would expect high elf sort of things to look. But they're not massively overdone. They're not like absurdly fancy. They don't look too overly complicated. Yeah, I like these. Yeah, they look good. Okay, so what else have we got? Just in case a unit of elves that are talented in the art of the sword doesn't quite give you the warming hit of nostalgia that it should, there are also the Nari Starshard Ballistas. This I do like a lot, actually. That's a cool unit. The 3 bowstrings on the top is still baffling, but it's fine. Pretty much an established thing for this army at this point. I like the quivers as well. The quivers look really fancy. Yeah, overall, that's a good looking unit to me. That looks awesome. Nicely done. Yeah, like it. Those who prefer to raise monuments to Teclis, here is the Shrine Luminor that can, I don't know why I pronounced it like that, that can purify even the most corrupt of battlefields. Now this I did see, this I really like. This is a really cool bit of scenery. That's really nice to me. I really like that. I did for a moment when I first saw it think that it was purely the waterfalls going into the pools at the bottom that were holding it up, and I just for a second I was like, that is amazing. How the hell have they done that? But it does seem to be supported as well underneath the actual like building area, but it still looks really cool. I like that a lot. That has the rare mark of some faction specific terrain that I would quite like to get purely because it would be a lot of fun to paint, and it would be a really good centerpiece for like some sort of display board or like D&D encounter or something like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really nice. The water effect is super consistent with the what's his name? Volturn? I forget his name. The Ideneth Deepkin guy that's got the massive long water cape. The water effect is very, very consistent between that and this, which is a nice touch. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really nice. Really nicely done. And to lead your new units into battle is a selection of heroes. These Lumineth add a unique set of magical and martial skills to your army, including Huracan, Spirit of the Wind, which is an alternate build for Severith, who we showed off last month. Severith was the fox, right? So we've got the lad on the fancy lion goat cow cheetah. What? I don't really know it. Still don't know what it is, but it does look cool, and I do like it. It is like a chimera type thing, but not in the traditional sense. It is a nice model, like a really nice silhouette on that thing. That's a really cool like pairing there. That's I like that a lot. Really nice kind of lightness of movement to the woman on top there. Don't go there. Get your mind out. Get out of the gutter right now. The little owl is quality. Love the little owl. Yeah, that's really nice. I really like that. I have to say that the Lumineth stuff, especially these newer ones, I'm very much warming to it. I was just not a fan of the cow hats, to be honest. I think that was the main thing I didn't like. The cow hats were not to my taste. But they're doing a lot of stuff with this range now that I really like. There's a nice sense of movement to them. They still, and they will have that proper kind of elfy, lithe, graceful feel to them. Even though there's quite a bit of baggy clothing going on, there's also like the breastplates and stuff kind of do a good job of showing like slim figures and stuff. Despite the clothes being quite baggy in places, it works really well. Now you see, this guy's fine, but he hasn't got a squid holding a dagger round him, has he? I mean, I'm getting that kind of feel off him, the lad who's got the squid with the knife. I'm getting that kind of feel off this guy, because I think they both have like a parchment and a quill in their writing stuff. I think they both have a staff as well, don't they? But, I mean, no squid, how can you compete? Also, his shoes are weird. What is that? What is going on with the shoes? That's odd. I can't tell what that's supposed to be. Is it a particular style of thing, or is it just... that's an odd one. I'm not 100% sure about this one, actually. That's cool. I like that. Very anime, to be honest. Like, I don't know why, but that cloud just feels super anime. And it has got a flying stand, which is... Oh, no, I really hate those stands. But then again, get a bit of scenery on the base, just like a little something. Maybe if you could build up to having like the tree a bit higher up, so the cloud is like skimming that instead. I'd be tempted to do something like that just to get rid of the base, because that's quite a cool, like, dynamic looking miniature otherwise. The cloak's really nicely done. The way that it flows out behind him, all of the different like cloth elements are going the same way, which is nice. Yeah, that's overall also badass helmet. He's got the best helmet of all of them so far. Overall, I really like that. Yeah, but I just hate those. I just hate those bases so much. Stupid flying stand things. That is one hell of a banner. You're gonna, as is the point, you're gonna see that lad on the battlefield from a mile away. I just love the way that there's all these like massively excessive banners carried by characters, and they must weigh an absolute ton. Even if it's just fabric, surely that amount of fabric has got a bit of weight to it. It's not going to be like sheet thickness, is it? It's got to be a bit more than that. If it's like embroidered and, I mean, what a colossal amount of arm strength to be just holding that. Oh, mind you, he's cheating. That's a nice detail, actually. Having the like the belt support going across the chest and over the shoulder. That's a cool way of doing that. I like that. Yeah, that's a nice touch, actually. That's a nice touch. Like having something to support the majority of the weight on like the shoulders of the banner bearer. That's a nice touch. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Then we've got the other. I think, yeah, because the other fox one had like a quiver that was fancy. That looks like a normal quiver. The other one, I'm sure, had a quiver that had like a particular shape to it, almost like a fan shape. I think that's a different one. They do look very similar, but then they would, because they're both fox things. Fox that goat like it's got a fox tail, but it's got like a cow horn hat. It's getting confusing. The lines between the different animals are blurring massively for the Lumineth at this point. But I do like them a lot. Yeah, okay. Some nice stuff there. We'll be taking a closer look at all of these outstanding models as we get close to their release date, but we just had to call out the twins Alania and Elithor, which I'm assuming will be the ones where one of them is standing on top of the other one. Alongside these new units comes an updated battle tome for the Lumineth Realm Lords, packed with an updated battle tome. I was going to say, wasn't the first one like September or something? What are we on now? February? Was Lumineth September? I feel like it was around then. Because that would make like 2 battle tomes in under 6 months, which is a bit. I mean, that's a bit much, isn't it? If you've already taken the plunge into World of Elfcan and picked up a copy of the first, you can get all of the War Scrolls for the new units in the Broken Realms tech list book. There's never been a better time to be a follower of the Archmage. Oh, okay. So there's Broken Realms tech list, which has all of the data sheets for all of these, or the War Scrolls even, for all of these. So you can get that if you've already got the first Lumineth Realm Lords Battle Tome, but if you don't already have the first one, you can buy the updated one, which has got all the rules from the first and the second. That is still... yeah, okay. Alright. That feels a bit off to me, to be honest. I mean, if you've already bought the first Battle Tome, then you have to buy a second book to get all of the rules for your army. If you haven't bought the first one, you only need to buy one book to get all the rules. But there's been like, to say less than a year is actually like a vast exaggeration. It's been like not even half a year maybe since the first one came out. I don't like that. To be honest, me saying I don't like it, I don't have a Lumineth Realm Lords army, so you may well think, who cares? But that as a practice does not sit well with me, frankly. Yeah, not feeling that at all. Okay, Technically is going to need all the help he can get. Something this way wicked this way comes as the Broken Realm saga continues. This is a Cruelgast Cruciator. Once mortals, these phantasmal beings met a gruesome end through the foulest torture imaginable. Someone poured out their Agrax Earthshade in front of their very eyes. I mean, pouring it out isn't the problem. It's pouring it all over your damn desk that's the issue. I'm not. I'm not sure about this. Actually, looking at it, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on, and it's not 100%. It's not. It's not hugely clear as to what is going on. So you've got there's a very ornate cross type thing, which is designed to keep the arms up and above the head. Okay, fine. There are manacles just to hold you in place, I guess. But then why are his arms super long? There's torture devices like coming off the hooks attached to the thing that he's carrying on his back. There's also whatever the hell that big spiky thing is. Is he holding that? Is it hanging off something? I can't tell. Is that like the end? It's the end instrument. Okay. Now, see, this to me, this is not doing it because I'm looking at it and I'm having to decipher what I'm looking at. If I have to stare at the model and go, well, okay, that bit that's there and that bit's hanging off something over that way. Like, if I have to put effort into working out what I'm looking at, I feel like it's not. I feel like it's a bit much. Yeah, okay. So you've got the metal hook system on the big wooden cross thing that he's carrying on his back, and the metal hook system has got all the different torture devices. His arms are like super long. He's got what is happening on that? One of his hands looks like. Okay, I see. That's his elbow. Okay, so it's the manacles are above the elbow on both sides. Okay, fine. I think it's just the angle of the picture that makes the left hand look really weird. I think it's just the angle of the picture, though. You know what? This one is not doing it for me. I love the Nighthaunt range as a whole. I think it's one of the best ranges that Games Workshop does visually. It's one of the. It's just such a really nicely designed force that they've done a great job with. But this one is just not doing it for me at all. It feels overly complicated. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's anything to do with. I don't know. I can't even put it into words really. I think it's just too much going on. There's too much going on, and the concept feels kind of unclear. In fact, it feels very unclear. I mean, it's a cruel gas cruciator, which it says they've been subjected to like horrendous torture, the foulest torture imaginable. It doesn't necessarily scream torture though. It just looks like a bunch of chains with a ghost hanging out of them. It doesn't really look like anything, I think is the main thing. A couple of manacles don't necessarily make torture, you know? There's plenty of Nighthaunt stuff that has manacles and chains and locks and keys, and this just feels like a very, very complicated version of stuff they already have. I don't know. I'm just not feeling that. Just not feeling it at all. Yeah, no. Okay, Goddess Steel Soul. I don't know who this is. Apparently, this is something that many will be excited about. Makes his debut in model form based on his appearance on the cover of the Black Library novel. Goddess Steel Soul makes his debut in model form based on the appearance on the cover of the Black Library novel Hallowed Night Black Pyramid. The Lord Celestin battles his way across Nurgle's garden. If you need someone to purge your backyard of Nurglings, Goddess is the go-to guy. I do like this. I do like this model. For a start, absolutely smashed the superhero landing there. Looking real good there. Looking real good. But that feels like a really good kind of snapshot of something in motion. It feels like they've captured the instant of landing, which is really nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a cool model. That is a cool model. It's a bit funny that one of his parchments seems to say oof, but, you know, you can't have it all, can you? Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Also, the effect on that hammer is quality. I like that. So we also have a new White King as well. Now, I thought this would be a Blood Knight. When I saw the silhouette for it, I was like, oh, a new Blood Knight. Because Blood Knights are something that I would absolutely buy if they weren't £61.50 and resin. But they are £61.50 and resin, so I'm not buying them. But I would absolutely get, you know, fresh, reimagined Blood Knights. I would also get this. This is a really cool model. I really like this. It feels like classic. I mean, there's an existing White King, and this is very clearly just an updated version of that. They've kept a lot of what gave the other one so much character. The Batwing helm is really nice. I love the shield. The kind of the skulls embedded in some of the barding on the horse. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think they've done a really good job with this. Nice little bits of rusted and pitted armour all over both of them. Yeah, this is a super solid model. I think they've done a great job with this. Really, really like it. So for Warhammer Underworlds, we've got the Mob of Mork. So, well-rounded warband on a mission to hunt the greatest beast of all, the living mountain itself, and they're going to cause a lot of problems for anyone foolish enough to get in their way. More orcs. What can you say? You can't complain about more orcs ever, no matter where they're going. I do like these. That's such a good model. It's such a good model. Look at it. Oh, quality. Yeah, these are really nicely done. I just love how, like, properly savage they look. The teeth, like, hammered through the skin there. Massive axe made of bone. Oh, it's good. Yeah, I like them a lot. I really do. Oh, God. And there's a nice amount of colour gone into these as well. Like, obviously they're green, but, like, the feathers and stuff, there's something almost kind of... I don't even know how to describe it. It kind of feels older, the style of them in a way. But I'm not really sure why. I think it's because they feel so bright and vibrant. There's just so much colour going on. They're quite saturated. Obviously, you can paint them however you like, but I really like the way they've done these. I think it shows the models off really, really well. Yeah, solid. Oh, and there's a 2-player starter set for Warhammer Underworlds now. Okay, cool. So, contains the exact same Warhammer Underworlds game you come to know and love, but it includes 2 pre-made decks, making it the best way to start playing the game. Oh, nice, okay. So it's not just those who oppose the Mortal Realms heroes, though. Something demonic is also on the way. I mean, that immediately looks like some sort of Demon Prince hand to me. You know what? Let's risk the ire of the idiots who keep copyright claiming my stuff every time I play a video off this damn website and see what happens. Okay, well, it's Be'lakor then. It's Be'lakor. Be'lakor's back. That's cool. His model's getting on a bit now. It still looks decent, still looks good, don't get me wrong, but, maybe he's been scaled up a little bit. Maybe he's a bit more of a beast. That'd be fun. That'd be nice. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, I'm excited about that as well now. Okay. Pretty good showing. Pretty good showing there. We're going to leave this lad up because, good lord. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff shown in that one. I'll give him that. 100% give him that. That's I'm still excited. I'm just more excited now. Now that I know what's in the box, the full contents, I'm looking forward to it a lot. I can't wait to start painting some of these. I think they've blown most of these models out of the water. As I say, the only ones I'm just not quite sold on are the Deadwalker Zombies. Those are the only ones that I'm not 100% on, and that's purely because I think there's an issue of oversaturation of detail on these, where just I don't think all of them needed to have the coffin lid and the tombstone on top. I just don't think they quite all needed that. But the actual zombies themselves do look really good, and I mean, as I say, I will most likely just end up trimming a few bits down, and then that leaves me nice bits of gravestone and creepy stuff for other projects, so I'm not going to complain all that much when everything else is absolutely to my liking in pretty much every single way. Solid. Absolutely solid. What was your favourite thing that they showed off at the preview? Is there anything that has grabbed your attention more than anything else? Are you massively looking forward to Curse City now? Were you looking forward to it anyway, but now you just need it in your life? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things. Patreon, video subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like. Don't click it if you don't want to. And I will see you next time.